You have wondered whether the season of emptiness means I have passed your house by. You have counted every remaining resource, every ounce of strength, every unanswered prayer, and quietly asked yourself how much longer you can continue. Yet I have been closer than you realize. I have never measured your worth by the size of your resources or the ease of your circumstances. I see the heart that has continued to love, even when it felt exhausted. You have spent your days giving to others. You have offered encouragement while carrying your own burdens, shown kindness while hiding your tears, and sacrificed your comfort so someone else could rest. Many have enjoyed the warmth you provided without realizing how much it cost you. I have seen every unseen act of love. Nothing given in compassion has escaped my attention. Do not believe that your season of lack is evidence that I have abandoned you. There are times when life feels like an almost empty vessel, but my presence is never dependent on how full your hands appear. Even when your strength seems small, my faithfulness remains complete. Remember the widow in Zarephath. She stood in the middle of famine with only enough flour and oil for one final meal. By every human calculation, hope had already come to an end. Yet I sent my prophet to her, not because she had abundance, but because I desired to reveal that my faithfulness reaches those who believe they have nothing left. She did not hide her situation. She spoke honestly about her need. I did not reject her because her resources were small. I met her in the middle of her honesty. Before the miracle became visible, she first chose to trust my promise. Her confidence rested, not in what she could see, but in the one who had spoken. That is still how faith grows today. Faith is not pretending that difficulties do not exist. Faith is bringing every fear into my presence while believing that my character is greater than your circumstances. It is choosing obedience even when the outcome cannot yet be seen. Perhaps your handful is not flour or oil. Perhaps it is forgiveness you have withheld because you fear being hurt again. Perhaps it is a prayer you've been afraid to pray, hope you have refused to embrace after disappointment, or compassion you have carefully guarded because life has made your heart cautious. Whatever it is, place it before me. I am not asking for perfection. I am inviting you into deeper trust. Do not mistake trust for a bargain. I am not asking you to give something so that I become obligated to reward you. My desire has always been relationship before provision. I want you to know my presence before you celebrate my gifts. The greatest blessing I offer is not simply changed circumstances, but the assurance that you never face them alone. The world teaches you to hold tightly to everything you have. I invite you to hold tightly to me instead. Resources may rise and fall, opportunities may come and go, but my faithfulness does not change. I remain beside you in every season, whether the harvest is plentiful or the field seems empty. So do not let fear write the final chapter of your story. Open your heart to me once again. Bring me your honest prayers, your quiet tears, your unanswered questions, and your weary soul. I already know them all, and none of them cause me to turn away. I have not forgotten your name. I have not overlooked your sacrifices. Every unseen act of love, every faithful prayer, and every step of obedience has been seen. Walk forward with confidence, not because you know exactly what tomorrow holds, but because you know the one who walks beside you today. My presence will remain your strength. My promises will remain your hope, and my love for you will never fail. You have spent so much time counting what remains that you have forgotten to notice who has remained with you. You have measured every resource, every opportunity, every unanswered prayer, wondering whether tomorrow will ask more of you than you can possibly give. Yet I have never measured your life by what is missing from your hands. I have always looked first at what is happening within your heart. There are seasons when life feels like an almost empty vessel. You ration your strength, your hope, your kindness, and even your prayers because you fear there will not be enough left for another day. I know that feeling. I have seen every silent sacrifice, every hidden burden, and every moment you smiled while carrying a weight no one else noticed. Do not mistake a season of scarcity for a season of abandonment. I have not stepped away from you simply because your circumstances have become difficult. Often it is in the quietest moments that I draw nearest, inviting you to discover that my presence is greater than your possessions and my faithfulness is stronger than your fears. Remember the widow of Zarephath. She stood before what looked like the end of every earthly possibility. She saw only enough flour and oil for one final meal. Yet I was already preparing a story that would reveal my faithfulness, not because she possessed great wealth, but because she chose to trust my word when certainty was nowhere to be found. That story was never meant to teach people to chase miracles. It was meant to teach hearts to rest in the one who never changes. The miracle pointed to my character. I remained faithful through every sunrise, every meal, and every difficult day. Perhaps today your handful is not flour or oil at all. Perhaps it is the courage to forgive, the willingness to pray again, the strength to love after disappointment, or the decision to hope after many unanswered questions. Whatever it is, bring it before me. I am not asking you to pretend you are fearless. I am inviting you to trust me even while your hands are trembling. I have never required perfect confidence before I could work in someone's life. I ask only for an open heart that is willing to believe my promises are greater than today's fears. I will walk with you through every lean season, every uncertain step, and every unanswered question until you discover that my presence has been your greatest provision all along. I am already standing at your door. In the very season you were sure you would have to face with nothing, I have not come with my arms full, not to pour into your empty jar before you feel one thing change. I have come the other way around. I have come to ask you for the first handful, the small trembling scraping you were saving to get through one more day, and to tell you, even as you hear this, that the giving of it will not be the end of you. You